What's up, it's Jen Brown. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of Basic Ass Kitchen, where this mediocre home chef makes recipes for the first time in my not so aesthetically pleasing kitchen so that you can learn from my mistakes. Today we're going to be diving into the world of copycat recipes. I have, for the last, it's probably been over a year or so now, but kind of in the interest of trying to eat healthier, I haven't been eating out at restaurants so much, and I've been trying to lately kind of like recreate some of my favorite recipes in a healthier way. Today I'm trying to recreate one of the flatbread pizzas from Buffalo Wild Wings. This was my favorite thing to order from there, mainly because I don't like spicy foods, so that very much limited the menu for me, but I also just thought they were really good, and the last time I checked, I actually don't know if they sell these anymore. I couldn't find it on the menu. So this actually is probably going to be a pretty easy recipe. If you wanted to recreate it, you could buy the flatbread, but I'm going to be making it from scratch just because part of the point of this is I want to learn how to cook better. So I'm going to be making them from scratch. The recipe for the flatbread that I'm making and the Parmesan garlic sauce I'm going to make will be down in the description below. I couldn't find an actual copycat recipe we're going to follow, so we're going to be doing those two things separately and then just cooking some chicken, putting it all together in a pizza. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the flatbread because that has to rest for a little while we make the other ingredients. So we'll start there. Okay, so if you've seen any of my previous cooking videos, you will know that rule number one in my kitchen is that we always cut down new recipes just in case they suck. But today we are going to be, instead of cutting it down like perfectly by halves or whatever, we're just cutting it down so that it's small enough to make a pizza. So I'm going to put up the ingredients for what I'm using to make the flatbread pizza versus just multiple flatbreads. This recipe says it makes 8 flatbreads. We're looking, I think, to make about 2 to make this into a pizza, so we're going to cut down from there. We're going to need flour, plain yogurt, baking powder, salt, and vegetable oil. So what I decided to do as far as cooking the flatbread, I rolled it out and I brought it over here because this dough is really sticky, and so I wanted to kind of patch the holes and like get it ready to go. I'm frying it like it says to do in the recipe. I looked at baking it in the oven like you would for any other flatbread pizza, but I tend to dry out chicken when I cook it, so my plan is to fry this up like you're supposed to, assemble the pizza, and then just put it in the oven long enough for the cheese that goes on top to melt. So I'm hoping that that will work. Okay, we're finally ready for the taste testing part. I think this looks really good. It looks, from what I remember, like what their flatbread pizza looked like. I mean, it wasn't that complicated, but even if it doesn't taste like it, it smells awesome, so I'm hoping that'll be really good. The only thing that's like incredibly notably different about this is I didn't put anything in it that's going to add a lot of spice, mostly because I couldn't figure out what it is that they put in their flatbread pizzas to make them spicy, but also, like I said in the beginning, I don't really like spicy food, so this is better for me anyway. So we'll go ahead. I think this is cooled enough by now. I just wanted to be like, yes, it's so good, but my mouth was too full. It tastes really similar, I think. I probably put in a little bit more garlic than the recipe called for, but I like the taste of garlic, so I kind of like kicked that up a little bit. The cheese is really nice. It doesn't feel, I mean, it's basically a gravy sauce, but it doesn't feel too heavy. I wasn't really sure how much to put on there. For the chicken, I wasn't 100% sure how the paprika would go, just because I didn't know like if it would fit with this, like with the garlic and the Parmesan, but so I didn't do too much, but that just adds like a nice bit of extra flavor so that this isn't just all like cheese and garlic and flour basically. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think this is really good, and I could probably experiment with ways to put like a little bit more of a kick in it the next time I make it. I might try to do a little bit more digging and see if I can find out what that is. So that's where I'm gonna end this one. I'm gonna enjoy my lunch because I'm pretty hungry. I hope you liked this video. If you did and you want to see more from me, I post on the 1st and the 16th of every month, but this summer I am trying to do a few extra bonus videos each month, so be on the lookout for those. Thank you so much for watching this one. If you want to see more of these videos, that I have a playlist that I will link to my other cooking videos as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.